Alrighty, now it's proper happy Easter. Easter Sunday. Right, I'm gonna have a quick crack here. Kids, neighbours' kids have been out Easter egging all day. They're looking for the Easter eggs in the lawn. I think enough is enough. So what's going to happen? Hopefully, I can't practice because obviously people know where the noise is coming from. So, and then we're going to talk about the sun using the mirrors, 2 mirrors. So I'm going to smack this, quickly close the thing, walk out and do the whole, what was that? Did somebody play along with whatever happens, right? And then I'll come back. Just pretend like nothing happened, right? Somebody comes. Ready? You stay there, but I'll come back in a minute. I know. If that was a goal shot, yeah. I have no idea. Yeah. Oh. Alright, took a little, went down to the fence and did the whole, what's that? Is that your window? Oh, wonder what it is. A golf ball. Would have been a good shot, whoever did that, wouldn't it? Right, the sun. So what we have, the whole mirror thing, okay? A 12 centimetre diameter mirror will bounce its light 160 kilometres, right? Bang, 100 miles in an instant. Miles. If you put somebody 10 miles, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100, right? When that light went off, you could have them all with a timer. Their thumbs on a timer. The person at 100 miles, the furthest distance, would see it at the very same time as the person at 10 and 20, because it is so fast, right? Bang! That there would be no measurable difference. There's no photons here, right? This light will radiate as far as it's going to go. Bang! Like that. It's obvious, right? Now, with the bigger mirror, I said 1,000 miles, right? Because it's 10 times the size. there are no photons, right? This is just pure, absolute light. When people say to me stuff like, well, how does such and such work? I go, well, I don't know. And then they go, oh, so you don't know how that works, so what are you even talking about? Listen, it doesn't matter about the other stuff or how the other stuff works or doesn't work. It's all irrelevant. You guys think, right, that just because I don't know exactly how a GPS works, that I'm talking rubbish. I'm not talking about GPS. I'm talking about the sun. It trumps everything, right? It's ridiculous. It's 299,792. It's ridiculous. Now, what you have there, that is, look at that, right? That is not like any other light. Look. Photons. Photons, mi culo, photons. That mirror, right, the big one, it's easily a meter, right? So the other one's, all right, one's square, one's round. It really doesn't matter. The 100, the 10 centimeter, that's 100 miles, right? Like that. Bang! The big one, 10 times the size, 1,000 miles, right? 1 meter. Easily 1,000 miles, and the rest. You could have someone at the 100, 200, 300, 400, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 and 1,000 markers, and you could shine that, ding! They all had their thumb, finger, whatever, on a buzzer, and they were all linked into one box. You would not find a measurable difference in when the first person at 100 miles and the person at 1,000 miles saw the light. Bang! It's on, it's on. If it's going to radiate a certain distance, you're going to see it straight away. The sun and the solar system. You could have somebody on Pluto, we'll start Mercury, Venus, us, Mars, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Pluto. Right? So, people on all of these planets, and when the sun, if the sun was off, and it turned on, you would not, it would be exactly the same as the 100 miles, somebody at the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100 mile marker. There would be no measurable difference. They would see the light at the same time. With the 1,000 miles, 100, 200, 300, 400, up to 1,000, 10 different markers, fingers on a button, there would not be a measurable difference. You would not be able to tell whether it was the 100 first, or the 700, or the 200, or the 1,000. There would be no measurable difference. The planets, from Mercury to Pluto, if you had people on there with their fingers on a buzzer and the sun turned on from off, you would have the exact same situation as the 100 and the 1,000 miles. Slam dunk. How do you prove it? How do they prove the other? How do you prove that there's a Mickey Mouse delay when the biggest, two of the biggest things that we have in the sky, the sun and the moon, that we can see with the naked eye, and you have the sun behind the moon during a solar eclipse, And you're trying to tell me that the sun isn't really there. Seriously now, common sense. It's about common sense. There is no photons incoming. No, that's not my golf ball. Yeah. What are we talking about? The light from the sun. No, it's not my golf ball, is it? I don't play golf. There is no way that a star takes 4.6 seconds to radiate light the distance of its own diameter. That's one thing. Nobody spun any mirrors pre-electricity, right, to work out the speed of light. How do you do that? I'm being serious, right? Everybody kind of shrugs this off. Everybody just don't mention this stuff. How on earth do you measure the speed of light by spinning mirrors? Pre-electricity, let alone with electricity. I mean the other way around. How? You know, think about these things. Stellar aberration, James Bradley. With what instruments? You don't go outside at night and think the star that you're seeing is over there. Even it's insane. It's ridiculous. All of these things. Galileo. You really think Galileo, if they say if he is who they say he was, right, would he have even bothered sending two assistants, one up one hill and one up another hill with lanterns so that they could open the little lantern doors and the other guy could time, or Galileo himself could time how long? Do you know how stupid this is? If Galileo is the person they say he was, he wouldn't have even had to do that, right? It's obvious. I wouldn't need to. It'd be obvious you can't time it, right? So that's another absurdity. Fizeau, sending a beam of light 5.5 miles in one direction, 5.5 miles back after bouncing off of a mirror. And the light slid between the teeth of a spinning wheel before electricity. What kind of a beam of light travels 11 kilometers and then calls safe as it slides into third base? I don't think so, right? So, as the police have pulled up, but maybe there are going to be some witnesses needed, so I will leave it here. It's not my ball. I'll leave it here, right? It's obvious. The sun's light is absolute. I'm coming, but I'll be back hopefully.